So I don't know if anybody's going to hop on. If you're here, if anybody's here, say something. I'm celebrating magic hitting subscribers, 1,111 subscribers. And I'm really excited about it. So I thought I'd do something completely new and try to do a live with you in honor of the 11/11, in honor of the new moon, in honor of partial eclipse. It's an exciting day all around. And I understand with this new moon, it's all about new beginnings. And so I'm super excited. Hi, Vespertine Moon. Hi, Casey. Since you guys are first, why don't I pull a card for you? Let's see. I'm thinking, let's do postcards from Spirit. Let's get one for Vespertine Moon, please. Spirit. One postcard from Spirit. These are by Colette Baron Reach. Oh, that's the one. Just flipping all over the place there like a fish. Okay, Vesper you. It says, Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It is not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity and ego, you see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit. He's teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember, all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. That was for Vespertine. Now one for Casey. Let's see, what am I feeling for Casey? How about this deck? This is one of my favorites. This is the Healing Cards by Carolyn Mace, Daily Practice for Maintaining Spiritual Abundance. I'm not used to doing it this way. Hey, this kind of looks better. Maybe I'll have to shift to using this setup in the future. It's much clearer than my usual one. So, Spirit, please give me one card for Casey for her healing today. One message from you for this Cancer new moon. There we go. It says, perform every act as if it were your last. There we go. On a tightrope. And then it says, all the spiritual masters tell us to make every decision and choice as if our whole life could be changed because of it. Today, be mindful only of who you are in each and every action. So do you. Do you. Perform every act as if it were your last. Well, hi, Jonathan. Hi, Raul. Hi, Erica. Hi, Lisa. You're welcome, Vespertine. Let's put that one over here. Let's see, for Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, can you just answer me quickly? Do you identify as divine masculine or divine feminine energy? Because I have Buddha wisdom for the divine masculine. And I do have some other generic cards here, but I pulled out these cards. See, this one's Buddha wisdom for the divine masculine. And then I have Buddha wisdom for the divine feminine. And this one is the heart of Kuan Yin. And I have a Kuan Yin oracle here too. Hey, Jonathan. Do you consider yourself divine masculine or divine feminine? Been masculine. Okay. Well, not all men consider themselves masculine. So let's see what we got in the Buddha Wisdom deck. These are tiny cards. So this is the truth of Buddha for you, Jonathan. Oops. One more. Okay, there we go. See yourself in others. Then whom can you hurt? What harm can you do? Sorry, the glare. See yourself in others. Hey, is that backwards to you guys? It looks backwards to me on this end. Huh. Strange. I'll have to figure out all of this stuff. So that was see yourself in others, and then whom can you hurt? What harm can you do? That's true, because we'd be hurting ourselves. Okay, Rui DeSalt. Hello, Rui. Let's do this one. This comes from the Ask and It Is Given Esther and Jerry Hicks deck. That cute little kid with the fireflies. And I saged these. Actually, I used my Palo Santo on them, and I shuffled them all ahead of time. So this one's for Rui DeSalt. Just one card, please, Spirit, for healing for this new moon in Cancer. The time from now until the 27th is supposed to be really powerful for making change and bringing new things into our lives. Just one card, please. It says, a consistent formula gives me consistent results. And then on the back it says, like learning to understand the basics of mathematics and then having a successful experience of understanding the results of their applications, once you have a formula for understanding your world that is always consistent, it will yield consistent results to you. Consistent formula for understanding your world. I was thinking how just the golden rule is available in like every single religion has that component in it. So that was for you, Rui. Erica Reed, let's do, I'm feeling Kuan Yin Oracle for you. This is Kuan Yin Oracle. I got the baby cards. I didn't get the big cards. I got the baby cards, and it's by Alana Fairchild. So one Kuan Yin Oracle card, please, for Erica. Sound the fierce flute. It's beautiful. She looks like she's diving through water or something. It's the reflection. Where's the reflection coming from? Wait. Sorry for that. There we go. It says, discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your intentions. Like a fierce sounding cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values without getting caught up in distraction. To grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance, make high vibrational choices that feel good to you. So I did a video about our values. And once you know your values and you know your vision, it's very easy to make choices that are in alignment. You never have to forego your values for something. And I tagged a video in my videos for reference, and it's about that. I forget the name of the man that makes them, but it's something about values. And so, for example, if you were offered a lot of money to take a position, but the position was going to be something that wasn't in alignment with your values, so you were struggling with it, if you're clear with your values, then you would turn down the position, because you in that position wouldn't be able to remain true to yourself. And so it would cause you inner turmoil. So even if you're making more money, it wouldn't feel good the whole time you were there. And a lot of people do make those compromises. I think mostly because they're not clear on their values. Okay, next we've got, my chat moved. I've never done this before. Seeing the chat move is awesome. Okay, Lisa Sattler. Lisa, let's do this one. This is the Law of Attraction cards, Esther and Jerry Hicks. So, Spirit, please give me one Law of Attraction card for Lisa. Worrying about illness can create more illness. Worrying about illness can create more illness. There we go. I just need to tip it down, I guess. When you give your attention to something, your potential for attracting it is increased. The more vivid the details, the more likely you are to attract it into your experience. And any negative emotion you feel while observing something is your indication that you are negatively attracting. I think we forget that, because when we're in fear, everything seems so dire. And I used to go to bed a lot in fear, like thinking about all the bad things. And they're showing this person in bed. Of course, they could just be sick in bed. But I remember when I was at the height of my illness thinking, I will never get well. And I also remember thinking, okay, I'm probably going to die. I just better get used to it. And of course, that didn't make the illness any better. It only made it worse. Okay, now, Angela Crow. What am I feeling? Oh, this is a good deck. Let's do this one. This is Spirit Messages, Daily Guidance Oracle deck by John Holland. So Spirit, please give us one. Wow, that came out fast. It says cleanse. Today's a perfect day to cleanse, by the way, because it's new moon. And so take a cleansing bath with Epsom salts and some essential oils, maybe frankincense. And when you're in the bath, you can do some positive visualizations. You could visualize the kinds of things you want to bring in. This is good for everybody, not just because it came out for Lisa. It was Lisa, right? For Lisa. So it says, your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So make that a part of your new moon ritual tonight. And write out your intentions maybe, or do some meditation while you're in the bath. And yeah, like with that. Okay, where am I? Have I done, was that Angela? I think I just did Angela, right? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing the chat. I see AD is talking about ear. I really want to take everybody who came in. I see Chandrika's here. Carol, hi. How is everything in Australia? Okay, I got Casey. Angela, I think I just did I just draw for you? Okay, yes, I did. Okay, I see that. Okay, so now Faithful One, right? No, Carol, Chandrika, what are we going to pull for you? Let's do this one. This is The Language of Letting Go by Melanie Beatty. I picked all the cards that I had that I wouldn't have to refer to the books at all, except I thought I'd take a break and do some for the collective that are from maybe the book. So, okay, sorry, we're just gonna go. Spirit, please give me one for Chandrika. Chandrika in Australia. Okay, flipped right over. Feeling good. And it says, today I will let go of my need to be in pain and suffer through crises. I ask God for assistance in moving as quickly as possible through my sad feelings and problems. I ask for help in experiencing joy, peace, and gratitude every day. I will accept what's good in my life today. Of course you will. I know you do a good job at that. You can always write a gratitude list. That helps. And now we're going, faithful one. Faithful one. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? How about this one? Did I do Power of Surrender yet? I don't think so. So the Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff. Hey, she's a doctor. She must know what she's talking about. Judith Orloff, MD. Spirit, please give me one card for faithful one. One card for faithful one. Oh, that's 3, but 2 of them flipped over, so I'm going to give you these 2. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And the next one I got for you was surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen and then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Boy, these are both so important in the twin flame journey, right? Like we can't fix people in our lives, not our parents, not our children, not our beloveds. We can only fix ourselves. And really, that's empowering to a person. That's giving them a good message. When we keep trying to fix people, that's codependency. So you might have somebody in your life, that faithful one that you are trying to fix. You might want to look at who that could be and then shift to giving them empowering messages. Like somebody who chronically comes to you for help, you might just say to that person, I know that you are strong and you can figure this out for yourself, or something like that. Change the messages you give instead of trying to fix them. And then the other thing is, if you give all the advice you can, give all the support you can, and then you've got to surrender, you've got to turn it over, because that's all you can do is the best you can do, right? You can't do any more than that. So good luck with that. That's a hard one. I think it's a challenge for most of us. Okay, so that was faithful one. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm glad they're not backwards. Jonathan. Elsa. Hi, Elsa. Let's do a healing card for you too. Oh, let's do this one. This is from the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. So, Spirit, please give me one healing card for Elsa today for this new moon in Cancer. The period between this new moon and is it a full lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse on the 27th? There's some eclipse on the 27th. That's a big deal. So one for Elsa, please. There it is. It says, also, you might need to change physicians. If you're not happy with your doctor, consider changing physicians. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation. Amen. Or keep in mind when searching for a physician to call on Archangel Raphael to ask that you be led to the best physician. So if you do have someone in your life that is sick, or you yourself are sick, or you're looking for even assistance, I think this can be any healer. It says physicians, but I think any healer. So if you need somebody that's a Reiki healer or any kind of healer to seek or ask Archangel Raphael to help in supporting you on that. Okay, let's see. That was Elsa. AD. Hi, AD. I'm doing great today. So excited that I hit that number. Let's do. This is a Universe Has Your Back deck. So give me one card, please, Spirit, for AD, a special message for the new moon in Cancer. Thank you. There it is. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Look, it's a hummingbird. I have a special affection for hummingbirds. The more energy and intention I bring to faith, the more fearless and free I am. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Sorry, I know that doesn't quite get in focus the way it should. Well, this is fun. It's hot here in Seattle. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm in Seattle, and we're usually okay in the summer, but some days it gets really hot, and today is one of them. Okay, I want to do something just for the whole collective, and so I'm going to break out my favorite cards, and that's Angela's Mystic Moon Oracle cards. I love these cards so much because they are intuitive. She gave such good pictures, but then the way she put the word and the picture together without a book, it just makes you rely on your inner knowing. So let's see what we get. Let's do a message for what we can do to assist our divine connection between now and the 27th. So let's take 3 cards. 3 cards for assisting our beloveds or assisting our connection, helping to heal that. That was a lot more than 3. Let's see what we got. Okay, it says offer. Reinvention. Is it family? Family. Big dreams. Free will. Unawakened. Commitment. Observer. Numbing. And divine masculine. So I know that most of us here are divine feminines. So that was a lot of cards when I asked for 3. I'm just going to take them as they came out, and I'm going to do the first thing that comes to mind in terms of the new moon and this time new moon. And the very first thing I'm going to say is that a lot of people make an offering, and an offering can be in the form of many energy exchange, ways. So for example, you could, on the new moon tonight, you could give an offering in terms of, putting a gemstone outside or food outside. And it was mentioned in one of the things that I was reading today, put a piece of bread out. You could put an offering for the hummingbirds, redo your hummingbird feeders or your bird feeders, or you could make an offering by giving to charity today, or make an offering. This is a great one. Go through some of your closets and things and get rid of stuff. This is such a good time for a new beginning. All you have to do is go through one closet, put a few things in a bag and go take it down to a donation center. That's a really good way, giving, getting rid of things. It's not just getting rid of old energy, but also when you give away, you're moving energy. So I'm going to say the one thing we could do to help our union is to get that energy moving by realizing what it is that we do have to offer and making an offering. Reinvention, taking time to look at who we are and where we are and what we want to do from here. How do we want to reinvent ourselves? Do we want to? I love this quote. It says, it's never too late to be what you might have been. At any point in time, any one of us can decide to let go of whatever isn't serving us from our past and sort of reinvent ourselves. So you might want to take a look at that. Making sure that you're spending time with family. That also raises your vibration. And remember that when we are trying to repair or come into union, repair relationships, we want to stay in as much loving vibration as we can. So really appreciate your family, spend time with family, go out with the kids on a picnic or something. Spend some time dreaming, like your big dreams, not just paying attention to your dreams at night, but really like, what are your dreams of the future? And write them out in your journal as specific as you can to raise the vibration in terms of like, what do you feel if you could achieve it? So if your plan is to move somewhere, you want to picture living there, you want to picture waking up, you want to see yourself in the morning in that place and getting out of bed and being in that place and enjoying it there. We want to remember, I think, in trying to come into union, that our beloveds, and I use that word because I love the way it says be loved. So that's why I choose it, my beloved. They have free will. And here's the thing, when you honor somebody's free will, they feel it. And that is a kind of faith and trust in them. And so really to recognize that that is a part of unconditionally loving them is allowing and respecting and encouraging and even celebrating free will. Unawakened, that's another thing that we can't control. Somebody is on their own time. I look at these two as right with each other, on the spectrum. People have free will. If they're not awakened and it hasn't happened for them, we can't control it. It even reminds me of one of the cards I pulled out for somebody earlier, recognize what we can't control. And those go like this. And I guess, in a way, even though we may not like that somebody's awakened, because we really know that might be good for them to wake up, we can only do the best we can do from our end. We can't control them. Next, commitment. Maybe it's time to review in terms of your own commitment to the journey. Maybe this is a sign that you need to look at commitments in your life that you already have, whether the commitments are ones you want to maintain. And that can be about work, that can be with friendships. There's all kinds of commitment besides a romantic commitment in terms of relationship. but it might be things that you're committing your time and energy to. So really taking time to reassess your commitment. How committed are you to this journey and to your own healing and to doing the work? And just reassessing it, taking time to look at it. I'm not suggesting any judgment, just looking at, are you really committed or not, and how is your behavior? Observer. And I see this two ways. Well, obviously, we can look at this as somebody's paying attention to you. I don't know why that's not clear. Aww. But also, can I say, people often, I hear that people are sort of stalking each other online and stuff. And I totally understand why that would be, especially these days, because it's so easy, right? I can understand the pull of it. But the point is that really healthy for you? So to start to think about, I can tell you one thing. I've only had one person that I know ever sort of stalk me. It was really upsetting to me. And it's one of the reasons why I just don't. That's the alignment with my personal values. And it's hard to restrain maybe myself because after all, I'm the only one who would know, right? Unless I talk. But yeah, what are you seeing? What are you looking at? Just find something else to do. Just say no, walk away. Don't do that because I don't think it's good for you. And then there's numbing. There's another thing we do that's not good for us. A lot of people find ways to numb through the pain of being separated. And so numbing might be in the form of drinking or taking drugs or, there's all kinds of ways we numb. Oh, by the way, going online can be numbing. Too many tarot readings can be numbing. I just won't feel. So how are you? Are you numbing or not? Don't numb. You want to feel. And I know that's hard, especially when you're going through pain. And then, of course, we've got the Divine Masculine. I love this card. And I just want to point out, all those tattoos on his back. And I was talking about water the other day, and he's standing in water. And I was realizing that I never mentioned that when people put a tattoo on their body, that's sort of the same way as labeling water, right? I'd never thought about it until I was studying water. Anyway, it was kind of cool. So we could say the Divine Masculine is definitely doing the work. Maybe that's why it came out here. You've got the Divine Masculine on your mind. If you're Divine Feminine, Divine Masculines who are here, you can speak up about what's going on for you. Maybe some of these things that I already went through are, pertain to you. I see him here in the water. And so what I want to say about that is where he's standing and what he's looking at. I feel like he's looking toward the light. I feel like that's enlightenment, maybe awarenesses he never saw before. And water represents emotion and spiritual connection. Remember we talked about, or I mentioned in my last video, how it can be a spiritual ritual to go into the water, like baptism. So a spiritual bath. So I've heard that in the readings lately, that the Divine Masculines are really waking up. So maybe this time period between this new moon and the 27th will be a time of really connecting. I almost feel like his third eye chakra, because we can't see his face, but I see those rays coming out. And it's almost like it's not just that whatever this is, the sun, for example, is shining on him, but almost like he's shining back at the sun or this energy, like it's coming out of his third eye, beaming out of his head, right? Yeah. Okay. So that was just for the collective. And let's go on to somebody. I see that I haven't pulled one for Morel? Is it Morel Mar? Let's see if I'm all caught up in the chat. I'm going to do one from Morel Mar. I'm going to go back to these postcards from Spirit. Morel, are you still here? Yay! Okay, I'm going to do a postcards from Spirit for you, Morel. Okay. Dearest you, there are times when you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based upon your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so much. Those are great cards. So it's an excellent time at the new moon for new beginnings. So maybe if you take some time to reflect upon any patterns that you're carrying with you that you want to release and try something new. Take a bold move. Try something new. Okay, so I've got endless love. Yep. That's what it is, Deandra. Deandra, I'm going to do a Kuan Yin Oracle card for you. Kuan Yin Oracle card. Oh, the gates of heaven. Look at that. How beautiful. It says, all beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. Yet some can become of divine love and believe they will do better to hide from it instead of moving towards it. Sometimes we need to help beings find their way to the light by holding peace and unconditional love in our hearts as we pray for the good that all creatures deserve. Oh, that's so beautiful, because that's what we do, right? For our beloveds, we help them find their way to the light by holding peace and unconditional love in our hearts and praying for them. So keep doing that. The gates of heaven. Endless love. Endless love. Wonderful idea. Oh, thank you, Endless Love. I have never done it before, so it's new to me. It's kind of fun, but it's definitely a risk. Let's do a messages from Spirit for you. John Holland's deck. Please give us one card for endless love for this Cancer new moon. Hope. And it says, your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there is always hope. And you see there's a candle. So you might, on this new moon or between now and the 27th, since that's a time for manifesting, if you are trying to work with somebody specifically, and you have a difficult situation with them and you're struggling, you might want to light candles on a regular basis and make a special prayer, taking time for a little bit of ritual on a daily basis. I have a candle holder like this for a taper candle. And what I do is I buy those thicker tapers. They're about, no, I think they're 12 inches long. And then they're thicker. They last about 9 hours. And they're a little pricey, but I buy it in a specific color. So for example, if I'm working with a heart chakra type energy, I'll buy a green candle or a pink candle. And then I take a pen and like a ballpoint pen, and I carve my prayer into the candle. And so if I were working, because I had an issue I was working on with somebody, I might just ask the divine to help me repair that, or please send them the feeling to let them know that I've forgiven them, or to ask them to forgive me, or to bring us together again so that we can repair that situation. So that's a good idea for everyone. And you could certainly, especially during this, between the two time periods, so the now and the 27th. Okay. Susan K. Oh, Mystic Moon sent you. I know she's so lovely. I just have to tell you, that woman is she's a very special person. She has in fact, I'm gonna actually draw a card from what she sent me. You said that, I saw her deck, I picked up one of the decks she sent me. This comes from Megan Watterson's The Divine Feminine. And so I'm specifically going to think of you. Where did she go? Susan. I'm going to specifically think of you as I draw, but I'm also drawing this really for the whole collective. Such a beautiful book. So please give me one card for Susan and the Divine Feminine Collective for this new moon in Cancer and the time between now and the 27th. One Divine Feminine energy. I feel like this one wanted to come out. It was flipping all over. Ooh, nice one. One of my favorite Divine Feminine energies, the Lady of Guadalupe. And it's the Empress of Protection. Ooh, Empress. We like that word. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So tonight, or today, sometime, you might write those particular affirmations down. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. You could take her, there's so many images of her that are beautiful. She might already be special to you. I don't know, but she's special, obviously, to a lot of people. And I don't know if you guys know the story of the Lady of Guadalupe, but she basically appeared in front of a poor peasant man up in the mountains and made roses bloom where there was no roses there. And she came and appeared to him. Juan Diego, I think I forgot his name. And she appeared to him and made the roses bloom. Well, first she told him to go back and tell the bishop to build a special, church on that spot. And then he tried and nobody believed him. So next time he was walking back, he saw her again. He's like, I need some evidence. So she gave him some roses that she made grow. That's how he proved it. Okay, and it was because he was a poor Indian, humble, that's what sort of united the indigenous cultures with Catholicism in Mexico. And she is, she's at least as important as Christ in Catholicism in Mexico, if not more. Okay, protection. Who else we've got? 8, Marie K for 8. Ladybug joined. So let's do Law of Attraction. So do you go by Ladybug? Marlene K for 8. And the roses he carried on his sack showed the evidence of her image. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me of that. In fact, isn't that a religious relic in the cathedral there in Mexico City? They built that cathedral right on top of Aztec ruins, and people make pilgrimages there to see that all the time. On their knees, they have that much devotion. There we go. Well, we often don't use this word in a positive way, but it's used in a positive way here. I am selfish enough to want to feel good. I'm selfish enough to want to feel good. Darn it, we do all deserve to feel good. You cannot perceive life from any perspective other than from that of yourself. Selfishness is the sense of self. Unless you are selfish enough to care about how you feel, and therefore direct your thoughts in such a way that you are allowing a true connection to your inner being, you have nothing to give another anyway. Everyone is selfish. It is not possible to be otherwise. Yeah, selfish gets a bad rap. And, certainly the connotation of that word is not. But do you notice that the number here, it's way up in the corner, is 24? And I know that turns into a 6, and I know 6 is the number of love. And so this is really about self-love. So being selfish, self-aware enough, caring enough about ourselves that we can actually give to others by caring for ourselves. So maybe tonight on the new moon, you figure out something to indulge yourself with. So let's see. Claudette. Aloha, Claudette. Let's do this one. My Wisdom for Healing Cards by Carolyn Mace. One for Claudette, please. One for Claudette. Recognize your first thought. It says, today's lesson. This is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is your best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice. Your goal to pay attention to your intuition. So this card is urging you to hone your intuition and to pay attention to what your first thought is. Like if you're thinking of several options, creatively, for example, or where to go for dinner, or, what to do for the weekend, whatever it is, that your first thought is often your best one because it's the first thing that came to you. Your intuition was talking loudest. And then we start, of course, questioning it. Oh, but maybe not, or maybe this, or maybe that. And, but often our intuition is speaking in that first thought. Rose Blossom. I love your name, by the way. Is that your real name? I had a student, so I would believe that somebody would be Rose Blossom. Let's do this one, Law of Attraction for you. One for Rose Blossom. One card from the Law of Attraction. This is a good day, by the way, to pay attention to what you want to attract into your life. Write them down. You can always make that wishing paper. I talk about it in the full moon reading. It is. This says, our little babies are also thinking beings. Rose Blossom, do you have any children in your life? I have to look down here. Maybe she left. Rose, do you have any kids in your life? Okay, well, if you don't, it says the child is thinking on the day it enters your environment, and so beliefs are easily transmitted from adults to children. The child is vibrationally receiving your fears and your beliefs even without your spoken word. So give thought only to that which you want, and your child will receive from you only the vibration of those wanted thoughts. I think that's huge. But also, even if Rose, if she's still around, even if you don't have children in your life, Rose, know that this could have been true for you as a child. So you might become aware of which ideas, thoughts and vibrations, fears, beliefs you picked up from your parents, and then take time to really think about, working on those, getting rid of those, addressing them. Okay. All right, let's do Susan, Awakening Lotus. 222, Awakening Lotus. Let's get you a Goddess Oracle card. Awakening Lotus. One Goddess Oracle card. Awakening Lotus, please. For this Cancer new moon. Oh, it's Mott Justice. So I read about her on one of the videos. I won't read the whole thing, but I will pull out some of the important things. Mott Justice. And it's really, all of these are for everybody, even though I think of a specific person when I pull it, but it's really for, obviously, we can all gain from it. So basically, it says here, Mott has come with her feather of truth to assist you in bringing justice into your life. Are you in a situation that seems unfair, unjust, unreasonable? Have you used integrity, yet others have not, and now you're wounded and seek justice? Have you not been honest in your words, your deeds, your actions? Are you being unjust to others, to yourself? Perhaps your standards are so rigid you find them impossible to meet and continually need to rebel? Do you have an inner judge who condemns you for any infractions in his or her rule? Now is the time to look at your life and invite justice in. Now is the time to repay all debts, to strike a fair and reasonable balance in all your dealings. Mott says that the way to wholeness for you lies in accepting the loving nature of justice, which seeks to right all wrongs by administering the lessons needed. So this is about seeking justice from others, making sure that you're not being too hard on yourself, and then also, you making amends where you can. Justice. Okay. There's a lot of people in here. Let's see. Teresa K. I was sent from Mr. Yes. Okay, Teresa. Let's do. I just love the Kuan Yin Oracle, and I haven't done this one yet at all. Buddha Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to do this. Let's do 3 messages first from Buddha Wisdom. This is the heart of Kuan Yin, and then I will do for you, Teresa, from the Kuan Yin deck. But let's do from this deck, Buddha Wisdom for the Divine Feminine for all of us. So what are some Kuan Yin heart wisdom for all of us here? 3 messages. This one flipped. This one came out. Let's do one more message, please, Spirit. One more message that we need to hear for this new moon in Cancer. There it is. Okay, it says, be the embodiment of peace, and serve humanity. You are I wish I knew how to say this, a bodhisattva. You guys, I'm sure I said it wrong. I only ever see that word. I have never tried to pronounce it. Why can't that? Anyway. And then I've got free yourself from hesitations, perplexity, and consternation. Only intent on what is beneficial. So only focus on what is beneficial. Free yourself from hesitations, perplexity, and consternation. But you don't hear the word consternation very often anymore. Act according to the true nature of the circumstances. Remove any self-importance agenda. Oh, this is so funny to get this one for me. Can I just tell you that I wanted 1111 so bad. And so Spirit was totally playing with me. It would go to 1009, and then I'd go 2 more, and then it would go 1010, and then it would go back to 1009, and it would go down to 1000 or 1108. And I just got the clear message that, Lara, you want this too much, so stop wanting it so much, right? Anyway, I knew it would happen in divine timing. It totally did. Thank you all for being here to celebrate it with me. Okay, so one now for, I'm pulling for, where did you go? Teresa K. One Kuan Yin Oracle card, Lana Fairchild's deck. Actually, it's her mini deck. And by the way, the pictures on these are so beautiful. There it is. Oh, she's gorgeous. So it says, sweeping sister willow. Sweeping, not sleeping. Sweeping. Here is healing that brings with it forgiveness and release of old pain, as sweeping sister willow gracefully sweeps any sadness and pain from your heart and soul. Your time for greater inner freedom is dawning, and the cleansing of sadness and healing of forgiveness create the pathway to that greater freedom now. You deserve this freedom, and you are swiftly becoming ready to claim it. So Teresa, claim that freedom. So her name is Sweeping Sister Willow. If you want to look her up, there may be specific other information. She's also got a harp in front of her. I don't know what that instrument is, but it's a specific harp type instrument. And that music might be very soothing to you. If you're going to do a ritual, you might want to find some music to include in it. Healing of forgiveness. Cleansing of sadness and healing of forgiveness on this new moon for you. Okay, Claudette, did I pull for you yet? I totally forgot. Vespertine, I did. I know LC1 or I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I know Dahlia though. I can get that one. I have a cousin named Dahlia. Okay, let's do another one of these Universe Has Your Back cards. So Claudette, yes, I did. Good. Okay, because my brain isn't functioning to remember. So I'll sign on one. Okay, one Universe Has Your Back message. Okay, there's 2 here. The presence of love will always cast out our fear. That's the moon there. And since we're in between those 2, that might be a really good affirmation for you to write down and focus on. You know, you could say, you could actually write it just as it is. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Or you could just say, I allow love to cast away my fear, as a good affirmation between now and the 27th. The other one says, true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Boy, that's important. I think it's just important to stay curious. So one of the things that I discovered with triggers, for anybody who deals with that, well, we all deal with that, right? Is that if I could stay in the moment, mindfully curious about the trigger. In other words, I knew I was triggered. I could feel the feelings start to come out in me, fear, whatever it was. But instead of actually reacting, to say, oh, I recognize this feeling. Where is this coming from? And if I could just be curious about it and like allow it and be almost like talk to that emotion that was coming out. I definitely discovered that my triggers, things that were happening for me, were not at all, well, they never are, related to situations with my beloved. They were all based on past situations, you know, even if he was triggering me in the moment of something, right? But like the reason I would react so much really was about something that was unhealed inside of me. Okay. Hi, Maria. I'm glad Mystic Mood sent you. I can't keep up with all of these messages, but you know, I saw on here somebody, okay, I see, is it Trick Nick 123, Trick Nick? I bet it is. Twin flame separation specifically. Okay, and then I see Violet Flame. I haven't pulled a card for you. So Violet Flame, I'm going to do this first for you, a message for you. And let's do this deck. So this comes from the Archangel Raphael Healing card deck. So I just am asking Archangel Raphael for a healing message for Violet Flame. Healing message for Violet Flame. Please, one healing message for Violet Flame. The new moon in Cancer. Okay, that was too many. Hang on. There we go. Oh, caffeine free. Are you already caffeine free, Violet Flame? It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. Caffeine free. So Violet Flame, if you're too addicted to coffee or other caffeinated drinks, you might want to take a look at least cutting it back. If you're already caffeine free, then that's just probably confirmation that you're doing well. But caffeine can be in other things. So take a look at your caffeine intake. It would be a good time this new moon to make an intention, set an intention to, oh, my chat just went away. I wonder what happened. Huh. There it is. My chat's back. Okay. So that was for Violet Flame. And now we're going to do Trick Nick. Trick Nick. You wanted to know specifically about twin flame separation. I'm really doing about healing, but what I will do is I will turn that into what you can do to help heal the separation, okay? And I kind of did one out of the Mystic Moon Oracles for everybody on that, of how things we could do during this new moon to help, end the separation or heal whatever issues caused us to be in separation. I think I'll go to this deck. Ask and it is given. So thinking about Trick Nick and separation and what we can do to heal, what Trick Nick can do to heal separation. Oh, that's way too many. Sorry, Spirit. Can you give me one? I guess they really want to come out, so we'll take two for you. Only I know what is appropriate for me. That's not coming out very well. There we go. I have to tip it away from the light. Only I know what's appropriate for me. And it says on the back, when you remember that everyone who asks is given, then how wonderful and appropriate it is for you to make the choices for you. For the universe operates much more efficiently without a middleman interceding on behalf. You always know in the moment what is best for you. Okay, so I'm going to suggest that if you don't add in your prayers, stupid card. Okay, we're just going to do this. If you don't already add to your prayer the phrase, in what is the highest and best good for everyone involved. Because we want what we want, but I've noticed that if I ask for something and I keep in mind that I am opening myself up for what is really, truly in the highest, my highest and best good, and then have faith that the universe will bring that to me. So I would suggest that. My chat disappeared again. I hope it pops back. There it goes. And then it says, all that is benefiting from my existence. All that is benefiting from my existence. It says, no matter what has caused your unique point of view to come about, it has come about. You do exist. You are thinking. You are perceiving. You are asking. And you are being answered. And all that is benefiting from your existence and from your point of view. So know that you are important, and all that is benefiting from you and what you bring to the world, what you bring to everything. It's that butterfly effect. We all are important, every single one of us. All that is benefiting from your existence. So keep that in mind, asking for what is in the highest and best good of everyone, including yourself, and then having faith that that's going to happen. And then know your value. Know that you are making a difference. Make sure that you, really acknowledge your own value. Okay. Maria, I see you. Okay, if I skip anybody, I'm so sorry. Maria, I'm going to pull from this Healing Cards, a daily practice for maintaining spiritual balance by Carolyn Mace. One card, please, for I lost her. Sorry. Maria, for Maria. One card, please, Spirit, for Maria. All suffering stems from ignorance, hatred, and craving. All suffering stems from ignorance, hatred, and craving. So wanting something, hating something, or just not understanding, right? Being ignorant. Healing requires that you admit the truth about yourself. Is there someone you hate or something you crave? Are you an addict? Recognizing your struggles is the first step toward healing. Boom, boom, boom. This is the one that, it gets all of us. especially, I got to admit it, you know, that the one there where it says, is there someone you hate? You know, I have to admit that there are people I have very negative feelings for. And what I need to do is get over that. I need to get over that. It doesn't mean I need to love them, but I don't like actively think, you know, negative things toward them. I'm working on it. I think that comes out a lot in the readings. I've noticed a turn lately, thank goodness, from people in comments toward the karmic partners, because that's where a lot of it comes from. Is we tend to perceive that person as keeping us from what we want, but it is not that person's fault. It is the dynamic that is keeping us from our beloved, not that person. And we have to remember that. I think a lot of times we send daggers, right? I've been guilty of that myself. So, but I'm working on it personally. And then let's see. That was Maria. Krissa. Hi, Krissa, all the way from Malaysia. Let's see. Let's do one for you. Wisdom for healing cards for Krissa. One message, please, for Krissa for this new moon in Cancer. Krissa, it says practice visualization. And notice that her chakras, this is working with aligning the chakras. So this is connected to the chakras. It says today's lesson, visualize what you need to heal or create in your life. The image needs to fill all 7 chakras. So consciously place that picture into each of them. With your breath, animate those images, bring them to life, and fill your being. Your goal to practice and believe in the power of visualization. I'm a huge believer in visualization, and I do it when I'm doing my own Reiki. And so what I would say is this: as you are visualizing, just start working up and becoming aware of that section of your body as you are visualizing that which you are trying to heal, or that state of health. So what you're doing is you're making a picture of some point of health, either in the future, let's say it could be tomorrow or whatever. You're making a picture of that point of health, and you're feeling the feelings, and you're bringing it into that point of your body. And you can almost imagine that you are taking it into your hand, that vision, and you're placing it into your body with your hands. So imagine it moving up through all of your chakras. And I would start at the base chakra, and then I would move up. Okay. So practice visualization. That was for Krissa. Simply May. Yes, you can ask a question, Simply May. Do you have a particular question in mind? I can do that because I don't have tons of people. Oh, Simply May. Will me and Jordan reconnect, like rebuild our friendship? Okay, Simply May, this is what I'm going to do. Since I don't do, you guys will notice what's missing are tarot cards. And the reason why is that I'm not a tarot reader. I can sort of read intuitively, and I do that for myself, but I wouldn't be confident doing it for you guys. So what I did was I picked cards that all already have messages on them. I am good at working with spirit to get the right message out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Simply May that a card come out that will help you with a healing idea, something that will help heal, okay? To help you rebuild the friendship or reconnect, something that you can do. And maybe this is something that you do all on your own, like the last one was visualization. And so if this one came out for you, for example, what you would do is you would visualize being back into a harmonious relationship with Jordan. Is that it? Yeah, Jordan. And what you would do is you would picture the two of you, let's say sitting down, having coffee, having a good talk, or doing something the two of you love to do together. And then you would imagine that, and you would try to fill your body with the feelings that you have when you're together and hold that vibration. And as you're doing that, you're going to imagine sort of that picture of the two of you. If you're having a picnic, it's like a snapshot of the two of you having a picnic or a little video. And you just imagine it going into each chakra. And so it's filling up your energy in each chakra. Okay? So that's what I'll do. I will ask Spirit for a message for helping you heal that relationship. Let's see if Archangel Raphael healing cards can help you. Archangel Raphael, what can Simply May do to help heal her relationship with Jordan? Do you have advice on what she can do to heal her relationship with Jordan? During this new moon. Sunlight. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. And so what I would say is this. Sunlight, get out to the sun, number one, if you can. If you're in a place where you're not going to get burned or something, spend time in the sunshine, even if it's like in the morning or in the evening. It doesn't have to be direct sunlight, but get out in the sunlight and spend some time maybe meditating in the sunlight. Or here's another idea. Write a letter. You don't create with Jordan what that looks like, kind of part, whatever your part is, to own your piece of it. I'd really like you to forgive me. I hope that there's a time when we can come together and be friends again. I want to let you know how much it means to me and how much I'm sorry I hurt you. Another one is to work with Ho'oponopono in this practice. And you could easily just sit in the sun and listen to a meditation. They have them on YouTube all over the place. So something about connecting with the sunlight is going to be really healthy and help you even more in the manifestation. And notice how he's got a green aura around him, a green auric field. He's also got citrus fruit. So if you can, harness that vitamin C, if you will. He's pretty hot, actually. Look at the... How dare they make those archangels look so hot? Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Simply May. Okay, Krissa, Sun 63. I can do that. Sunshine 63. Oh, thank you, sweet, for you to say, to thank me for my gifts. Let's do a John Holland, messages from Spiritly Guidance Oracle deck. I have to say, you guys, I was scared even today to come and do this. I'm scared all the time when I do it, but I always pray before I do it. And Spirit has promised me. Spirit just said, just show up and be you, and I will help. I will be with you. And so I have to tell you that this has been a blessing for me and something I never, and satisfaction out of participating and bringing my gifts in. So thank you all. Sunshine 63 11 11. It's for sunshine. For some reason, that's reminding me of the John Denver song, Sunshine on My Shoulders. Maybe that's because I see John Holland over there on the deck thing too. It's a great song. Okay, there it is. It says, embrace the moment, Sunshine 63 11 11. And look at that auric colors, like the rainbow going in, and at the third eye even, we're close to it, right? Almost looks to me like this hand that is in front isn't her hand. That looks like the divine masculine. We'll have to see what it says here. Embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Yeah. So become aware of embracing the moment. It's really about what I call being mindful in the moment, slowing down. We run so fast. We have to do everything so fast. We eat fast. We want to get through traffic fast. We wake up in the morning fast. We run through our day fast. Slow down. And embracing the moment is about a new thing that they're talking a lot about, which is savoring. So even tonight, or as you're doing a full moon, new moon ritual tonight, you might want to just do, I don't know where you live or if you've already eaten. Here it is 4:20 on the West Coast, so it's not quite dinner time, but there are mindfulness exercises you can do to help you learn to slow down. That's a part of my coaching practice, is to really bring people into the moment by deep relaxation and focusing inward and just slowing down and working with one thought and one issue and really focusing in. So you might want to think about that. Slow down, embrace the moment. Oh yes, Simply May. 11/11 is coming up for a lot of people. That's because there's a lot of unions happening right now. It's just a really important time. Okay, I'm just going to look through and make sure here that I got everybody who's here. If I skipped you for any reason, would you just, Carolina, hi, nice to meet you. Message from my DM about our next meeting. Okay, Carolina, what I'll ask is, what would your divine, okay, let's try asking this. Because Carolina, I don't have tarot cards because I'm not a tarot reader. I'm pulling like healing cards, but this is what I'll ask. So this was about your next meeting, a message from your divine masculine. I'm going to ask Spirit for a message of what you need to surrender in order for the meeting, for your time together to go well. Like, what can you work on surrendering, giving up, or submitting to, or allowing in your life? So it's kind of got a healing focus. Okay? So let's try that. What can Carolina surrender? Oh, surrender to Spirit, Carolina. Surrender to Spirit. It says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. So this is what I want you to do. Write a prayer. Like, Carolina, you can answer this in here. Are you in your divine masculine? Do you have a meeting together planned? Do you already have a meeting? Next week. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. A good practice before now and then is to really fix in your mind the quality of the kind of conversation and the kind of vibration you want to have while you are with him. So I want you to like imagine that this is happening in the future. You're meeting him and walk through that. Imagine smiling. Imagine him smiling back at you. Imagine the feelings inside your body of love and light. Imagine if there's any important things that you need to say to him. Imagine yourself saying those things in a way that's not expecting a response, but is just very loving. As much as you can, like, picture that happening and feel the feelings inside of your body. And then say to Spirit, please let everything go for the highest and best good of in my relationship with my divine masculine. Okay? So really focus, and that's using visualization. It's focusing in on your visualization. It's feeling the vibration of what you're going to feel when you're together. And then it's surrendering it to Spirit. And today is the new moon. And so it would be an excellent time to do a new moon ritual with this. You can look that up online for new moon rituals, but you might do things like take a ritual bath and do the visualization in the bath, light a candle, do a meditation, write out a prayer, actually write it out on a piece of paper, and then repeat it from every day from now until the day that you have them, just that everything is going to go well, that you surrender to Spirit for the highest and best good, in unconditional love or in service of love. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Boy, you guys have written a lot. I can't wait to read it all. Hi, Izzy. See you. Okay, Regina. Regina, would you like, I'm pulling for everyone I see on here, and I see your name. I haven't pulled for you yet. I will pull one for you if you'd like. And I think while I'm waiting to hear, let's do one for everyone. These are my favorite cards, and I haven't used them on the channel because they're quite lengthy. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a Rumi Oracle pull, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because then everybody will want to leave. I want you guys to stay. One of the things I do when I'm doing an Oracle, and when I first got the Rumi Oracle, what I would do is I would shuffle 11 times. So I would have this, I would say, and you guys can do this too. I'll just tell you what I do, and then you can choose to do it or not. Maybe you have your own thing you do. If you don't have a set of Oracle cards, go buy yourself some. It's kind of fun to play with. So you say something like, dear angels and archangels of the pure white light, dear Spirit team that guides me for my highest and best good, dear Spirit of the universe, please be with me now as I channel messages from Spirit for my highest and best good, or for the highest and best good, in this case of the Divine Feminine Collective. Thank you. That's 4. And then I just did it, I would just, when I first started, do it 11 times. To be honest, some of these cards are really large, and they're hard to hold in your hand and shuffle the other way. It should be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then I would take it and cut it in 3, and then put them back. And what I often do is I will hold the cards in my hand, and I will think my question. Please give me a message for the Divine Feminine Collective. And then I cut the deck. So this card that came out is Passion of the Red Mother. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. It is number 36. All I need to know is it says passion. That doesn't surprise me. So for the Divine Feminine Collective, number 36, and it is incredibly long, but it says, you have divine permission to do something ridiculous, be it ridiculous in your own mind for your age or career path or some identity or version of yourself you or another hold. The more ridiculous or inappropriate it seems, the more it moves you from your heart without rhyme or reason, the better. The more it moves you from your heart without rhyme or reason, the better. This is not about hurting people or behaving without moral code. It is not about childish indulgence and questionable justification for letting the ego misbehave. It is not about the ego at all. The wild red mother eats ego for breakfast. This guidance is about listening to the truth of your heart and allowing your soul to throb with aliveness, making that more important than any restriction, opinion, judgment, or fear of the mind, yours or that of others, could summon. So you are to do something ridiculous, something that you think of as being sort of inappropriate, silly. I almost look at it as being silly. In order to awaken passion in you, take a risk. I remember when I first went to sing karaoke, I felt like I was jumping out of an airplane. I did feel totally silly. But I got to tell you, I never felt so alive as I did in that moment, taking that risk. So everybody, figure out between now and the 27th a risk that you can take. Okay. Oh, huh. That's strange, Regina. I don't know why that would be that you can't post a flag or tell me the country you're from. You should be able to do that. Okay, let's see. Endless love, sunshine. Okay, Izzy and Kelly. Kelly, I knew somebody with a last name very similar to that once in my life. Okay, so was there anybody I missed? I think. So Kelly and Izzy, I think. Am I right? If I missed somebody, will you put your name in there? Is it Carolina? Did I read for you? Yes, I did read for you. Okay, love it. That was perfect. Okay, so Regina, have I read for you? So, nope. Oh, okay. So let's do Izzy and then Regina and then, okay, let's do this one. Wisdom for healing cards. Spirit, please give me one wisdom for healing cards for Izzy. Please give me one wisdom for healing cards for Izzy. There it is. Izzy, it says, bring humor into your life. Bring humor into your life. It says, today's lesson, think about whether you truly have a sense of humor. Healing is enhanced with humor, and laughter can lighten almost anything, certainly most day-to-day irritations. Your goal, to bring humor to everything that causes you stress, as this is one of the most empowered responses you can have. I have to admit, that's kind of true. When something bad happens and you can laugh about it, I mean, you can't always laugh about a tragedy, obviously. A tragedy is a tragedy. But, you know, I'm just thinking about, oh, I've done silly things before that, you know, stuff happens and then I have to laugh at myself for taking it so seriously. Like, oh, a video uploads, or if I've gotten really mad and I do something that breaks something, or I respond in a way, then I kind of just I gotta laugh, I gotta have fun about it. You're welcome, Izzy. Okay, so Regina, and Kelly. Regina and Kelly. I want to do Kuan Yin again. Let's do Kuan Yin for Regina, please. One card for Regina from Kuan Yin Oracle. Oh. Okay. Empress of the Pearl. Oh, I'm going to talk about pearls on the channel. Empress of the Pearl. It says, you have an inner gift of great value, born of struggle, adversity, and challenge. In wisdom, you know that suffering can lead to growth, provided you are willing to search for a way to heal through it. Seeing challenges as ways to expand your spiritual light empowers you to focus on your growing light rather than getting caught up in suffering. That's amazing. I really am going to talk about pearls. In fact, I ordered some pearls to open, like the live ones. They come in the shell and you open it up and then there's pearls inside. I ordered some to open up on the thing. So Empress of the Pearl, that's beautiful. So that was for you, Regina. And now Kelly, let's do one for you. Kelly, I'm going to do one from my new deck. Let's see, let's do Saints. Let's call a saint to you. So this is not as many cards. This comes from a new deck. It's the Saints and Mystics, or reading cards by Andres and Gracia. So for Kelly, one saint, please, that's working with her, one saint. You have Saint Josephine Bakhita. It's release. She's beautiful. She looks so young. So it looks like there's a dove flying, two doves, and it's a number 8. And I'm going to look her up here. Number 8, it says release. And so it says, emotionally, she encourages all who call her to continue, even when times are difficult and bleak. She urges us to let go of bitterness and find forgiveness in ourselves and others. Suffering is tremendously painful, but through sacrifice and transformation, freedom is possible. It says, consciously, Saint Josephine reveals our greatest strength from within and teaches the power of resilience amidst great challenges. Josephine comes through with strong and magnificent waves of energy as she aids you to turn inwards and rise with resilience. Where there are repeating cycles, Josephine will help you break free once and for all. There is nothing Josephine has endured that you cannot. So keep pushing on. Keep up the faith. Her invocation is, bondage is broken. The change has come. Saint Josephine Bakhita, thy will is done. So resilience. I hope that was insightful. She is a beautiful energy. Saint Josephine Bakhita, Bakhita, if you want to look up more about her. You might work with her energy, particularly from now until the 27th. Okay. So I see now Rachel Roberts and Shalini. And yes, I'm going to give you both a card. Oh, Rachel, that's so nice. I got to tell you, voices are so, I kind of have a crush on somebody because of his voice. And he does meditations on YouTube. His name is Jason Stephenson. And I'll tell you, that man's voice is so incredibly beautiful. If you've never heard his meditations, go in and take a listen. It's just beautiful. He's from Australia, and it's got a velvet quality that just pulls me right in. Okay, let's do a Universe Has Your Back card for you. So that is for, oh, Champagne, I didn't see you. Yes, of course, you can get one. I'm pulling for Rachel right now, and then I'll come back to you. I'm sorry, I didn't see your name. So Rachel, one Universe Has Your Back card for Rachel. There it is. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Oops. Okay. So you know what? I've noticed on this journey, this twin flame journey, that it's hard to stay in the vibration all the time in quote unquote alignment. We get knocked out for whatever reason. Truth be told, I think sometimes simply because for whatever other things are going on in our lives, we're tired, we're hungry, we're stressed at work, something's going on with our kids, whatever. Or, you know, maybe just it is sort of tiring, you know, after a while, especially if we don't have enough other things going on in our life. But it is always true that once I take the time to come back to my center in love, and I ask myself the question, what would love do? What is the path of love? What am I really feeling? I almost always find that the path is clear for me. You know, the direction is clear. What is the course of love in this moment? What is the behavior of love? So, for example, if I feel like, oh, I'm disappointed because I thought something was going to happen and it didn't happen, and then I think to myself, well, you know, instead of throwing a fit about it, you know, things have changed, and I'm being asked to change my behavior. You know, I'm being asked to be understanding. And if for a minute, I'm like, okay, I can be disappointed. I'm disappointed. And that's the child in me. Usually that's the child in me. The child in me, you guys, check this out. This is what came to me the other day. So when you were a kid and your parents told you were going to go someplace, like imagine being a kid and then your parents tell you, we're going to take you to Disneyland. You're going to go to Disneyland. And you're like, yay, I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. And you get all excited about going to Disneyland. And then imagine that suddenly they just out of nowhere said, yep, we're not going to Disneyland. Yep, we're not going to Disneyland. And they didn't like help you adjust. I mean, that sometimes happens to us on this journey. We get our hopes up. We feel union coming. We know, we feel, we want. And then it's just, nope, you're not going to Disneyland. But I have to kind of laugh about it because now I swear I have a spirit guide. I don't know if your spirit guides, like you guys hear them, but I hear spirit guides. And the last time I had an event, we'll just call it a tower moment, I actually heard my spirit guide say, curveball. That was exactly what my spirit guide said, curveball. And I actually had to laugh in that moment because whoever is my spirit guide that has that sense of humor, I have no names or anything, but I heard it come and I started laughing and I thought, yep, that is exactly right. I did not see this coming. Plot twist, LOL, exactly. Plot twist. Surprise. Gotcha. And that's one thing that we have to kind of, it's nice to lighten up about that stuff on this journey, you know? I mean, because it does just keep happening. And if you wrote this stuff down, people would think, yeah, you're crazy. It really happens. Yep, it really does. We should have some place where we just share some of those moments. But okay, so champagne C, and then Shalini, I think S more too, right? So I feel like I'm doing all the same cards all the time, but I guess I'm not. Law of attraction cards. This is going to be for champagne C. What is one message from the law of attraction cards? Something's flipping. There it is. Okay, 2 want to come out. I like this one because it has a castle. And it says, I can create castles as easily as buttons. That's interesting. Let's hear that. When you understand the laws, then you understand that it is not more difficult to create a castle than it is a button. They are equal. It is not more difficult to create $10 million than $100,000. It is the same application of the same law to 2 different intentions. So this is saying, understand that we can create big or small. It's the same thing. The law of attraction is the law of attraction. So go big. Go big. And then this one says, I am not in competition for well-being. I'm not in competition for well-being. Competition can serve you if it stimulates your desire. But it can be a disadvantage if it hampers your belief in succeeding. It came to some sort of competition for attention, and especially and particularly with men. So I have a consistent, not just now, but if I go back in throughout my lifetime, from the very first people I dated, there were always other girls or women around. And so I was retelling that story over and over and over again. And I think part of the reason why is because I'm non-competitive. So then I would back out, but still want, anyway, I don't know. I'm still working on that. That's why I haven't talked about it on the channel. Competition, the value of competition. Okay, let's see. Rachel, we did Shalini. Shalini, I didn't do you yet, did I? I'm not saying that in a bad way. That sounded really bad. Okay, let's do a universe has your back for Shalini. That just came right out. Shalini, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. And look, it's got the moons there. Do you see that? So I'm thinking that between now and the 27th, you might really want to focus on this. In fact, you could turn this easily into an affirmation. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Mm-hmm. And you could just say, my faith is powerful. If you want to make it really simple, and say that, or every day kind of focus on that. Your faith does have that. In fact, the placebo effect is just as effective as anything else when it comes to healing. And placebo effect is just the power of our own belief. So people take sugar pills, but they believe it's going to heal them, and it does. There's crazy stuff about that. I'll deal with that on the channel too, some point. So, S more. Okay, let's draw one for you. Let's draw. I don't think I've done this one in a bit. Ask and it is given. This is also Esther and Jerry Hicks. Esther and Jerry Hicks. The teachings of Abraham. Ask and it is given. One for S more, please. Okay. It says, my uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. My uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. There is no reason to worry about your thoughts, for they are not like a loaded gun that may wreak powerful and instantaneous destruction. For you have plenty of time, as soon as you become aware of any negative feelings, to begin to choose other less resistant thoughts and thereby choose a more desired outcome. Yeah, this is another part of being mindful and being curious. So when we have a thought and we become aware that the thought is not helpful, I started just asking myself, do I want to keep this thought or throw it in the garbage? Like literally, do I want to keep it or throw it away? And then imagine tossing it out. This thought doesn't serve me right now. And I've actually told my brain that, if you will, like, this isn't helpful. You can shut up now, like, I need you to go away. I need you to be quiet. So my uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. They're just thoughts. And I've heard it said, thoughts and feelings are passing just like the clouds in the sky. We are the sky. And we actually have a great deal of control over our thoughts once we become self-aware and mindful. And then we can just slow down and we go, that's an interesting thought. Why am I thinking that? Do I want to keep thinking that, or do I want to change that thought? And so, seeing what happens when you play around with changing your thoughts. It's not as hard as it seems. And now, wow, cool. No, Satsuki, you did not miss it. Panoramic view. That's cute, like panoramic view. Oh, panoramic view. I thank you. You know what? You guys need to know something. This is the first time I've ever done this. And I can't, I'm trying. I'm looking over and then the chat kind of moves. And yes, panoramic view. It's okay to ask twice. And if I've skipped anybody, that is totally unintentional. So let's do one for panoramic view. Let's do this one. It's been a while. So this is The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. Okay. Oh, wow, that came out right away. So it says, receiving joyfully. What a great card. And do you notice there's a man and a woman? And she's listening to the shells. Well, she's not a woman. She's a mermaid. And he's probably a merman. But I'm going to call her a woman. She also doesn't have very anatomically correct breasts. But today I will let someone give to me, whether it's a compliment, an offer to help, or even a gift. I will stand there and take it joyfully. I know that I'm deserving of good things, so I will simply say, thank you. Receiving joyfully. So panoramic view, I don't know if you're divine masculine or divine feminine, but I will say that receiving is a divine feminine trait. And to learn how to do that joyfully and with grace is a queenly quality. So it's a good thing to learn how to receive joyfully. Thank you. Allow people to do for you. In fact, that's one way to actually sometimes asking for help and being able to say, family, I need some help with this, or friends, I would like some help, and then allowing them to give that to you and receive it, even asking for it. So Rachel, I think I got you. MM, hi everyone. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling at peace about being in separation. It's not a great way to feel. I feel that way too. And I loved I loved Angela's reading today, and she really talked about that as well. I'm going to do another one of these. I'm loving these cards today. The Law of Attraction cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks. This is for you, MM. Right out. Oh, that's the one that already came out. Well, I bet you didn't hear it. It says, I'm selfish enough to want to feel good. This came out earlier for someone else. It says, you cannot perceive life from any perspective other than from that of yourself. Selfishness is the sense of self. Unless you are selfish enough to care about how you feel, and therefore direct your thoughts in such a way that you are allowing a true connection to your inner being, you have nothing to give another anyway. Everyone is selfish. It is not possible to be otherwise. So that was for you, MM. Okay, Rachel Esmore, MM. Esmore. Okay. I think if I did not call your name, I see a Margie Ann. I love live readings. Well, I do too, Margie Ann. It's the first time I'm doing them. So I'm going to do a Kuan Yin Oracle card for you. So Margie Ann. One Kuan Yin Oracle card, please, for Margie Ann. It says the Amaryllis Lute. She's so beautiful. It says, you are growing fast and leaving fear behind. When your vibration changes, so too does your life. It is safe and loving for you to release that which no longer feels right for you, no matter how important it was in your old life. It might not have the same place in your new life. Accept healing change now. The Amaryllis Lute. So that was for Margie Ann. And I can't wait to read through all the... Oh, Stay Inspired, a new name. Stay Inspired. Okay. Of course, Stay Inspired. Of course, I will pull a card for you. So I did one of the Saints cards, and I think now I'm going to do one of the Mystics. So I'll pull a Mystics for you. It's from this deck, Saints and Mystics by Andreas Ingracia. So can I have one Mystics card, please, for Stay Inspired? One Mystics card. Oh, that was a lot of Mystics cards, but I'm going to take the one that fell the farthest. Oh, Carl Jung, Collective Unconscious. So I don't know if you're interested in Jungian theory, but one person who studied a lot with him or of his theory was Joseph Campbell, all about symbols and the collective symbols. So number 20 here. So oracle meaning, it says, emotionally, he awakens passion for life and influences the inner self toward greater openness and lands of new discovery. He dissolves rooted pain and assists in letting go of the past and its hold onto the soul. It says, spiritually, Carl Jung awakens telepathic ability and reveals other dormant abilities hidden within. He changes vibrational energies, cleansing the aura of toxic buildup and stagnant flow. Carl attunes one to the soul's purpose and activates the third eye, crown, and soul star chakras. And then it says as a quote for him, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. So Carl Jung, you might want to research him some more if you don't already know a lot about him. He was talking about symbols and the collective unconscious. Nice. I see Chris B and Christina are new. And yes, you both can. Oh, thank you. Yes, Chris, it is my first one. Okay, Chris, I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin Oracle card for you. Kuan Yin Oracle card for Chris B for this Cancer new moon. There it is. Oh, she's playing a flute. Okay, so this says Orchid Priestess of Destiny. Orchid Priestess of Destiny. There she is. And it says, the Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now. She inspires you to discover and express your purpose. You are encouraged to live into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. Her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, blossom of orchid and chrysanthemum falling from her feet. She stirs your heart to quest for your true soul passion. So if you're not already aware of what that is, on this new moon is all about planting seeds and bringing in the new. So you might want to spend some time on the new moon or between now and on the 27th, doing some meditation or even guided meditations or journaling about what are the things that you really bring you joy, and then how can you work with the things that bring you joy with your skills you already have, or what's your soul's desire. So yeah, destiny. And you are encouraged to live into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. So you might want to consider doing that. And Christina, let us do, I haven't done one of these in a while. Let's do a postcards from Spirit. One postcard from Spirit, please, for Christina. It's Christina, right? Yeah. Take this one. Dearest, wonderful you. To help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Oh, this one goes right along with the last one. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. So, how long has this been going? Oh, it's over 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Missy, I'm going to read for you, and then I want anybody who's here that I did not read for to please put your name in now because I did not mean to skip you. So Missy, I'm going to read for you. And I am feeling this deck messages. This is Spirit Messages by John Holland. So I get one, please, one Spirit Messages for Missy D. You're so welcome, Christina. Oh, okay, you got two. The first one says, be proud. Be proud, Missy D. It says, it's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. So maybe tonight or today, whatever, know that you've achieved a lot and you have a lot going for you and you can stand your ground. You can do it. Okay. What? So stay solid in that. You need another card, Rachel. How about if I do one? I will do one for the whole, all of us, and then that's going to be my goodbye card for the night. And I think, yep, I know exactly which one I'm doing. Out of the Goddess Oracle, because I don't think I pulled one from here yet. So, oh yes, I did. I pulled it for one of the viewers. So, Spirit, will you please give me one Goddess Oracle card for the collective? It's Sedna, Victim. That is one energy that I do not miss. So, meaning of the card. I won't read the whole poem because maybe it'll come up in a reading another time. But this is the meaning of the card. Sedna swims into your life to tell you to stop being a victim. The way to wholeness is to recognize how you've been caught up in and are living in the victim archetype, then to change the pattern by empowering yourself. Are you fond of saying, why is this happening to me? Don't get stuck in the why. Look realistically at what you are creating and then work to change it. Do you feel your needs are too insignificant to negotiate? Does everyone in your life seem to take advantage of you? Your way to wholeness lies in recognizing when you are playing the victim and stopping it. Sedna says, we have all been victimized by something, by patriarchal institutions, discrimination based on race, gender, sexual preference, religion, or color. She encourages you to claim your power. Sedna says, you are too precious and necessary in this dance of life to waste valuable energy and time being a victim. Rather than dissipating your energy, create what you want. That is a good place to leave it off. So we all have to really work at that because I know, oh my gosh, I know how hard that is on this journey because there's too many things that happen that seriously make you think, what? Really? Again? Or this way? No, I did my best. I don't deserve this. But the truth is that if you come back to the sense of the faith, number one, that everything is happening for our highest and best good. And then here's the other thing that I realized. I realized not too long ago that I would not take back even one moment. It seems to me that everything that's happened, even my greatest pain in this journey, has been transformative. And I hear the word used all the time, transmuting. So one of the things that I have thought a lot about is how suffering, we're sort of all like oysters. If we can if we can understand that our suffering, we can actually transmute that, transform it into a pearl, that we all have the capacity to understand that I can see it as a horrible thing, get out of my shell. I didn't ask for this parasite to enter this piece of sand. But the fact of the matter is it did for whatever reason. Now, can I transform it? Using my natural gifts, can I transform it into something that is beautiful and useful and serves me in my life? And the truth of the matter is, I would not be here right now doing this if I hadn't gone through every single other step, including, the most recent times of separation. And sure, it's hard, and it's hard not knowing if there will be a coming back together again. But I'm not a victim of this journey. I am choosing it, this journey. I'm choosing it. Like, I feel like I've been given a cape. It's my twin flame, divine feminine superpowers cape. And I understand that I'm going to be battling demons, and I don't mean that literally, although some people say that we do, but I'm just meaning that, yeah, I'm going to kick some ass. Sorry for swearing in case anybody doesn't like that, but I'm going to be like someone said recently, oh, Lara's the name of my favorite video heroine, Lara Croft, and I'm much older than the video heroine, but I thought, yeah, she was named for me. I'm gonna take no, how do you say that? Take no prisoners, whatever. I'm gonna rock this, and I hope you all do too. This is all about claiming our journey and becoming our own heroes and heroines of this, and we can do it. And divine union, we at least had a taste of it. As far as I'm concerned, I will always savor that memory. I hope it comes back. That's, but it's not why I'm here. It's not why I'm here anymore. So, oh, I see new people have popped in. I'm just finishing up. But hey, since she's here, since I see Mystic Moon here, hi Angela, and since I see Rosa and she wasn't here, I want to do 2 more cards. So I'm loving these cards tonight, the Kuan Yin Oracle cards. So I'm going to pull one first for, where'd she go? I'm sorry, I'm not used to this. So where's the name? Sorry, it's taking me a minute. I'm just scrolling back through names because I was trying to see who came in that I hadn't. Oh, Rosa, first Rosa, and then Mystic Moon, and then I'm going to close it out. Okay. So please give me one Kuan Yin Oracle card, please, for Rosa. Okay. Divine connection. It says, the inspired intuitive messages you have been receiving, which are unconditionally loving, fearless, and encouraging of you to grow and be your true self, are from your higher guidance. I'm going to read that part again because there's so many commas in there. The inspired intuitive messages you have been receiving, which are unconditionally loving, fearless, and encouraging of you to grow and be your true self, are from your higher guidance. Beings of divine light are guiding you with messages of unconditional love. It is safe to trust in your growing divine connection and inner knowing. Doing so will bring you great joy. So that was for you, Rosa. And I'm going to put that back in the middle. And I'm going to ask for another one. And this one is going to be for Angela, the Mystic Moon. Beautiful Angela. You know what I should do? I'm going to set these down. I'm changing course. Beep, beep, beep. Rerouting. I'm going to pull one from the deck that you bought for me. Okay, so this is from the Divine Feminine Oracle, and that's by Megan Watterson. So one Divine Feminine card, please, for Angela. May have to do a cut on this one. Oh, there we go. I'm going to take this one. So her name is Khadija, the mother of believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Okay, like Angela, that could easily be you. I mean, not that you look like her, but she is taking care of herself, and she's spiritually and financially abundant. She provides heaven and earth for herself. So let's find out what they say about her. That's the way I kind of see you. You're so strong. You come across, oh, I know. The reason that this book is different is because it's not in alphabetical order. So then you have to kind of quickly scan. It's not always easy to do that. On. Oh, there she is. 56. Ooh, it's an 11. It's a number 56. She's an 11. That's the page it's on. Okay, I'm not going to read who she is. I'll send that to you separately, but I will read this part that says, when your soul selects her card, there's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship with the material world is crucial and integral to reaching our spiritual potential. Khadija represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence. When we can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves, and we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. So it goes on, and I'll send the rest of that to you, but it says right here that Khadija liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved or supported or provided for by our life partner. Khadija provided for the prophet, and her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman and a single mom. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Khadija reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. That's perfect for you, Angela. Khadija. I'll send you the copies of the pages. Okay, who else is new in here? Rachel Rose. Mujer Bombshell. Mujer Bombshell. That's a great Spanglish. What's going on here, you guys? Well, we're doing a quick reading, and Satsuki needs one, I think, and then I really was planning on leaving, so we'll do one for Satsuki here. This comes from the Ask and It Is Given card, Satsuki. One for Satsuki for the new moon and the time between the new moon and the 27th. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. It says, your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. So, sorry, my desires and beliefs are only thoughts. That's what it says. Oh, maybe down here is better. It's still a reflection problem. So that was for Satsuki. And then Mujer Bombshell. Let's do this one out of the Law of Attraction cards. Mujer Bombshell, one for her, please. This. I see myself, okay, it says, I see myself attracting, harmonizing intent. And it says, I see myself attracting only those in harmony with my current intent. And I am getting clearer and clearer in every moment about what it is that I want. It matters not what others are choosing. What is important is that I am pleased with me. And as I see myself, I certainly am. Okay? That was for Mujer Bombshell. And now, Rachel Rose. And then I think that's going to be, yep, okay. Oh, well, good, Mujer Bombshell. That's the point. You know what? Spirit actually told me that I was always going to be okay. I was always going to be okay here. And then Esmore, have I already pulled for you or not? Because I want to make sure I do that. Okay. And I'm trying to remember. And so Rachel Roberts, I want to make sure I pulled for you too. Okay, so those are the two names that I want to check on. Rachel Esmore, you did my dear thing. Oh, you're welcome. And then how about making sure I also pulled for oh, great. Yay. Then as long as there's nobody that's going to pop up and tell me that I've skipped over them, I think I made it to everybody. And I honestly can't wait to read all the chat. It's so exciting. You guys, thank you for joining me for my celebration. This is a big deal for me. And if I could just tell you, 1 year ago, I was working on my solar plexus because I was really had issues with confidence, and that came from a lot of damage that had been done. So I just want you to know that to be here right now is such a testament to the self-healing journey, to this journey, to it's just amazing to me. And I tell you that Spirit does show up in the cards. Someday I'll learn all the stuff that has to do with tarot too. But right, that when I talk on the channel and then I pull a card and it's straight in alignment with what I've been talking about, Spirit just said, put your ego aside, honey, and I'll show up with you. And that's what happens. So I'm just thrilled that I get to do that. I thank each and every one of you and for all your comments and your likes and all that stuff. Thank you so much for being here with me today for this celebration. Okay, signing off. Oh, much love to you, Angela. I hope I get to save my my. I don't want to lose it because I have to go back through. So how do I make sure? Oh well, I'm going to end the stream and hopefully the chat's not going to disappear. That'll really tick me off. Okay, talk to you guys another time. I'll do this again soon, maybe once a week or something. Take care. Have a great new moon. Bye.